Good evening, I'm Great Jakers 1113 reporting tonight live from the White House. Excuse that, I was monitoring the feed on my phone. We begin tonight in Washington, D.C., where the latest update to this 6-month to the 6-year and 8-month-old game titled The Get to Work Update has been released by Teal Fedora and the NUSA dev team. It's being described as the last major content update to Washington, D.C. It adds many features, including civilian jobs, and 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 coming soon will be the addition of private business plots. Here's my report on the update.
In Washington, yesterday was anything but a typical day. This was because NUSA's dev team, led by Teal Fedora, released the latest update to the soon-to-be 7-year-old Washington, D.C. game. The update, which was dubbed the Get to Work Update, brought new life to the city, with activity of 553% since Thursday. The update sees the addition of many new vehicles to Washington, D.C., including the Boatmobile, which allows players to traverse the city on both land and water. A set of classic cars has been introduced as well, which includes the Ford Model T, which requires players, like in real life, to manually crank the vehicle's engine in order to start it. However, this action has been simplified to simply holding down a key on your keyboard. Another new feature is that of civilian jobs. Players can now work as a bartender at Club Urbis, a clerk at the brand new Washington Deli and Grocery Store, or as a street cleaner for the National Park Service. Players can also participate in PvP battles in the brand new Battle Arena. Another new addition is that of One National Observatory, home of the Vice President. The building is drawing praise for both its beautiful interior and exterior. The building is located in Arlington near the Pentagon. Other improvements include a new fire station, uniform app, and a legislative voting system with Discord integration. All the added features can be seen scrolling on your screen right now. Reporting for FTN News, I'm Great Jakers 1113.
Great reporting by myself, if I do say so. I want to move on to another big story. Yesterday, group staff took major moderation action against one of NUSA's most well-known members. Now, former members. Former President George Godsent, to the relief of many and ire of others, specifically Beetle, was blacklisted from NUSA permanently for stalking, harassment, and toxicity. In a statement, plutocratic chairman Mr. Chu said that while George was a good former president, and the banning of him was perhaps premature, George had left the party some days ago due to an internal dispute over who was chair. While we appreciate all he did for the community and the party, the goal is to now rebuild the plutocrats into a true opinionated party for America, and guide it out of the shadow of what some would call a cult for George. With George's banning, we will continue down this path and move away from personality-affiliated parties which have dominated this community for months. George's blacklist was due to, quote, stalking, harassment, and toxicity. There are allegations of George Godsent doxing certain members of this community, which we're not going to delve into as out of respect for the victims. FTN News will be right back. We are back. Apologies for the delay. We had to take a bit longer than usual due to a ongoing security situation at the White House, as you can see behind me. Just an average day in Noosa, obviously. We apologize for the delay. Let's go to Congress now, where results have been released in elections for both the House and Senate Class 2. The Pioneer Party has once again swept these elections. The results are as follows. In Seat 1, Independent Trade NATO won with 112 votes. Is that right? Okay, the results aren't loading for me right now, so we're gonna circle back to that. Yesterday, Vice President T. Soups dismissed Secretary Matrix OC from his position at the Department of Homeland Security. Whoa, Department of Magic of Live TV right there. They were dismissed from their position at the Department of Homeland Security. President T. Soups said in the following statement, "This decision does not come lightly. As I have shifted my focus to the Department of Homeland Security, I have decided to take immediate action to secure the future of the department. Thus, along with the termination of Secretary Matrix, Deputy Secretary Brandon Love, FPS Director Royalty Sin, and FPS Deputy Director Vince Fant have all been removed." Secretary of State Ghostful announced the establishment of the North Atlantic. Hold on, I'm going to give it a little gap. Well, I'm going to restart that one. Secretary of State Ghostful announced the establishment of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO for short, in the UN. The organization is currently hiring in the following positions: Deputy Secretary General, Spokesperson, and Intern. We're going to try to get back to you now, and we're going to get you the actual results from the Senate Class 1 race. The Congressional Class 2 races. FTN News will be right back once again. Alright, that we have breaking news. Apologies for not getting the motorcycle out of the way. We've just received this announcement from Speaker Harkology. With over a month in a T-Soups term, it is more than necessary that she update the American people on the current state of the Union. I hereby invite T-Soups to speak in front of a joint session of Congress, the American people to deliver her State of the Union address on September 21st, 2024. This just in, Harkology has invited T-Soups to deliver the State of the Union address. on September 21st, 2024. Okay, now let's try to get those election results as promised. Okay. Seat 1, Trade NATO, an independent, ran unopposed and won with 112 votes. Rocky Harlaw won Seat 2 with 87 votes. Senate Seat 4 went to Epic Warrior 99 with 79 votes compared to forward opponent Robert T. Lincoln's 48. Senate Seat 5 was unopposed, another gain for the Pioneers, GDK Fonzo. Saladru Pioneer won Seat 7 with 83 votes. House Seat 1 went to Pioneer Captain Nico with 94. This is a big one. Kenzie, with 89 votes, won herself House Seat 2. House Seat 3 went to Sugarloaf Dev with 99 votes. House of Representatives Seat 4 went to JC0308 with 87 votes. No, with 116 votes. It's Semi Harlaw that had 87 votes for the Pioneers against Vodkas. Might remember her from the Boulder days. Tony Lewinsky. The following candidates went: Dark Swipe Independent ran unopposed, so did Tony Lewinsky. Nicholas Sider, Creds Fan 59 in Arcology, and ABX, all Pioneers. And finally, Seat 12, a Drummy Cross Pioneer with 60 votes. That's all for FTN News tonight. I'm Great Jakers 1113. Wishing you all a happy evening, and I'll see you at the Meet the White House event later tonight at 8.